follow me. Okay.
Oh, thank you!
Gambling Blues resubscribed X24. Well, okay then. Good day admin. Good day chat.
Oh, thank you!
Stephen _ Foskett resubscribed X4. Tony Khan's London West White's Army.
Oh, thank you!
Steno _ 06 resubscribed X19.
Good morning. Is this thing on? How does this work? You have so much to say. Take control of your own life. Hello. Oh, cheers. There's Eagle Kill Man. What a man. Let me turn down the music. It is morning still, right? It is still morning. How are we? Nice to see you again. Where's the ember? Yeah, it's there. There are no more excuses. It's there. How you doing, everyone? Hope you're well. Happy. What day is it? Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday? Who knows? Summer holidays. I don't know what day it is. You guys know way more than I do. This mic's moved. I don't know how when I've not done anything. It is a day. How you doing, Stephen? How are you, CJ? Triples, welcome in. We got a hype train, a scam train on the go. Thank you very much. That's what happens when you don't stream for a while. People have their subs to drop, which is quite nice. Makes you feel popular. And then you realise it's just because you haven't streamed in ages. How you doing, Ulems? CJ, good morning. Jacob, Justin Penn, MJ Roper, how are you? Steno, Stephen, Kokota, Reese, how are you? Gambling, Ian, Casino, Daniel, how are we, everyone? Hope you're all good. Showdown got to be soon, right? I don't know what's going on with the showdown. Not sure. Look at the tan on the boy. I actually do have a bit of a tan. It can't. It's those lights are quite bright, but there is it's the most tanned I think I've been in about 5 years at least. To be fair, there's a little bit of colour there, which is nice. I'm good, thank you, Triples. How you doing, buddy? Or Triple, I should say. Happy Tuesday, Pringle. How you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Sinks, thank you very much for the 7. Let me go through these. Sinks with 7. Chat, we need to do some emotes, some sub things. I still need to change my thing to put some things in there. some actual sub emotes, but there you go. Sinks, Steno, Stephen, Gambling. Thank you very much for the resubs. I appreciate you all. Gambling for 2 years, Stephen 4 months, Steno 19 months, which is wild, and Sinks for 7. What support. What lovely people. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. How was Italy? It was actually really, really good. Really enjoyable. First holiday for about 3 years, but first, like, hot holiday in God knows how long. God knows how long. Like, I think the last ones I went was, like, I think I've only been on snowboarding or, like, skiing ones for, I don't know, like, probably 6-7 years or something. So, yeah, it was good. It's coming home. It's coming home. Don't read this, please. Please don't read this.
Resubscribed X19.
Don't read this.
It's coming home. It's coming.
She's actually going to read it. Robot lady.
It's coming home. It's coming home.
That is ridiculous. How do I even mute this?
Football's coming home. It's coming home.
Stop.
It's coming home.
Stop.
It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Jennifer.
It's coming.
Is that her name, is it? We're going with that away. Jennifer.
Coming home. It's
Shush.
coming home. It's coming.
Me and Ian do not approve of that
home.
message. No. I do, to be fair. But it's Ollie, thank you for the 19 months. I think Jennifer's stopped now. Thank you. Tell us everything you ate. Lots of pasta. Lots of pizza. It was glorious. Glorious it was. What a lovely part of the world it is. Yeah, and it was really good. You've christened her Jennifer. Nice. Fair enough. Well, I think we're going to have to go with that now, aren't we? Alexa, stop. Oh, that reminds me. I could make everyone's Alexa go off, couldn't I? Oh, that's my favourite thing about streaming, I think. Alexa, play Journey. What's that noise? Something just fell over. You okay? You good? What happened? That's not good. Okay. She's okay. The bathroom cabinet just fell down, so that's great. Joe, thank you for the 21 months.
Thank you.
Joe Mill resubscribed X21.
Thank you, buddy.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys, indeed. Thank you for the 21. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to have my own pasta soon. Nice. I actually had pasta last night as well, which is on a bit of a pasta hype train. Like the hype train that's going on in this chat. If I was a bathroom cabinet, I simply wouldn't fall down. I know. Absolutely outrageous. Did you buy any kits? I didn't buy any kits, no. So I was like, where we went was the nearest city is Naples, and I was like, do I want a Napoli kit? All of the Napoli kits are very tight fitting, I find, or I seem to see. We also didn't really go into Naples particularly, so no, just the airport. I didn't buy any kits. Kat probably wouldn't have been happy if I did anyway. It was too hot to wear football kits anyway. Is there any sparkling water left in Italy? There is. I did drink a lot of sparkling water, yes. However, didn't buy a Venezia kit, no, but I wasn't anywhere near Venice is the issue. Golf Kicker, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All of these, that's a brand new sub as well, that is. Love that. Thank you, dude. The thing is, now this is a revelation. In Sorrento, or on anywhere along that Amalfi coast, the go-to sparkling water is not San Pellegrino. There are lots of other ones, and they call them sparkling waters, but there's not much sparkle in them. All of the sparkling waters in Italy, very lightly sparkled, very lightly carbonated, and it was disappointing, really. It was nice, but I was expecting to drink so much San Pellegrino, so much so that I took my San Pellegrino t-shirt, and then there wasn't that much. Disappointing. But I still drank lots of other ones, like Raffaella or something like that, whatever it was. The Claudia one, terrible, because I know sparkling water as you drink it is an abomination. It's not, though. It's a texture sensation or something. I don't know. San Pelli not the top dog in Italy. Well, I think it might be, but maybe just not in that region. It's probably a little bit more regional, isn't it? Like if you went to Scotland, it's Iron Brew. If you went anywhere else, it's not, sort of thing. That's my way of comparing it. Anyway. I should be getting a cut. Only right to sub if I'm joining the network game this game. Oh, Jayhawk, is it? I see. I understand. Golf Kicker is Jayhawk. Welcome to the network game. Let's chat about the network game before we go into Hertha, Brazil, as there are a few of you here now. We've got the network game continuing, which is our Clates Discord network game, where we are Premier League clubs. We started off with 20. We've whittled it down now to I think there's 5 spaces available, and we need to try and fill those spaces. So if you are a Football Manager player, if you are in the Discord, even if you're not in the Discord, if you want to join our network game where we play it two times a week, maybe one times a week. That's good English, isn't it? And we're going into the second season. There are 5 teams available to take over. If you want to join the Discord, and there are some details in there. Which team, says Ryan? That is where Ian jumps in and says exactly which teams. It is all 3 of the championship promoted teams. I know that for sure. We've also got a few other ones available too. So Ian will let you know which teams those are very soon. And basically first come, first serves for those. If you'd like to join though, it's a lot of fun. Guess who won the league last year? Guess who won the... Who do you reckon won the league last year in our first season? Mike Phelan would be the answer. I was Manchester United and I played most of the games at the start, and then Mike Phelan took over and finished off the job. So well done, Mike. I would have lost it for sure. It came down to a shootout between myself and Joey. I was Manchester United. He was Man City. Mike Phelan beat him at the Etihad. Second to last game, or was it last game? It might have even been last game. And victory for me, but won by Mike Phelan. See, chat, you all jumped in with the Mike Phelan thing. I was already going there. I accept it, all right? I did play most of the season, though. I reckon I played more times than Joey did. I reckon, right? Joey resigning. Did he actually get sacked as well, did he? I didn't realise he got sacked because he didn't win the league. I think Pav mentioned that he might go if he didn't win the league. I know he's resigning anyway. That is hilarious. That is so good. There's been some really funny storylines in that network save. A lot of fun. I do recommend if you you don't need a lot of time, because even if you're not there, it's very relaxed. I say relaxed. It's quite sweaty sometimes, but we've had loads of people get sacked and change jobs and everything. It's very transient in terms of how the jobs are all going. But if you can't make it, your assistant manager just play the games and it's all good. It's all good. It was El Sakiko between him and Ollie. Nice.
Did you know England are European
Did you know
champions?
England are European champions? I did, Leonie. It was excellent, wasn't it? Really, really good. I actually listened to most of it and then watched basically the last few minutes as I was walking back from the car because I was driving. But it was actually, I quite like listening to football on the radio. It's quite nostalgic. Does anyone else have that? I think that's probably an age thing. Anyone younger than me probably doesn't have this. Anyone around my age or older probably has this. Like listening to the radio is quite exciting for football. I used to love doing that. When I was younger, I used to always do it. Like, and then like you listen to the phone-ins afterwards. Yes, Ian. So yeah, we did. We got the car on Sunday, and then I needed to drive. I drove up and down on Sunday to go and get Lenny from my mum, who was looking after him for the week whilst we were away. So yes, we've got the car now. Very exciting times in the Clates household. We've got the car. Guess what else arrived today, chat? This is very exciting, although I've got an issue. The aircon unit for the loft is here. It's arrived. It's so heavy. I don't know how to get it up here. Like, I got it about halfway. I was like, I could probably do this, but there is a 50% chance that it falls backwards and I die here. So I'm going to have to get a man to come and help. And by that man, I've texted my friend Jay, who lives up the road. And I was like, how... Well, to be fair, I've only actually texted him this so far. How strong are you feeling at the moment? And he's not replied. You did say it was heavy. You did, yeah. So it's a Leonie recommendation, this aircon unit. She says it works. So I've spent money on it. So I hope it does work. But yeah, it is going to be a mission to get it up. Nerdphonic is known to make house calls. He is, to be fair. I'm not sure... with his back, I'm going to get him to be lifting an aircon unit, though. That's probably not wise. I don't know if my back can take it. And I haven't had back troubles in the past. You're in London on Thursday, but I'm also 60 kilograms. I think it might be 30 kilograms on its own, Dan. But please let me know if you want to come around and help me lift up an aircon unit. Come around for a cup of tea anyway. Or we can go somewhere. Not sure if this has gone through this month, but yay, I'm still a sub. You are, Will!
I'm still a sub.
Thank you very much for the 23 months. You're a month away from 2 years as well. Get in. How are you doing, my friend William? Thank you very much. Which one is it? It's I wouldn't know, to be honest. It's a Miko one. It's Leonie says it works, which is good. Jay's just replied, by the way. How strong do you feel at the moment? I said to him. There's the text. Look. He said, "Lol, fairly. You need tonight. No rush." I don't know if he's watching. He seems to understand the whole... sometimes he does come to the stream. I don't know if he's here, because he seems to know the whole ins and outs. He just said, you need tonight. I think he just knows that I need some help lifting something. Can confirm it works. Good. Is Mike Phelan still in the basement? I mean, he gets the... I'm going to the basement. He gets the honeymoon suite. I don't know why there's a honeymoon suite, but there you go. No rush. Aircon unit to the loft. Help needed. I don't know why I'm talking like it's an ad in the back of a newspaper there, but there we go. Too heavy for me. Can we talk about Russo's goal in the semis and Toon's goal in the final? Insane finishes, both of them. Seeing Russo's live, it took the stadium a second to realise what had just happened. Russo's one was a mad, like, footballing goal. Because the chance that she missed going into that was so simple. She messed up completely on the finish for the first one and then just made up for it and then some with a little back heel. Like I love a goal that catches the goalkeeper out. That anything else, if that's a normal shot, the keeper saves it because because she's expecting where it's going to go, right? But because of just the audacity of it, it was all part of the plan. It was wild. Really, really good. Really, really good. Russo was really impressive in that tournament. I loved that it was such an obvious tactic, ploy to keep her on the bench and get like Ellen White to do all the donkey work and running and, you know, all the stuff that she does really well, all that, you know, but dark arts almost, but well, just graft really. And then you bring on Russo, who's just got a little bit about her to make stuff happen. And I don't think I was one of them who was saying, why aren't we starting her? Start her, because Ellen White didn't seem to be doing that much and it seemed to be a bit frustrating, but I think it's all part of the plan. And I bow down to the superior wisdom of Serena because she is insane. Arthur Clay's discretion guaranteed. Exactly. Exactly. Went through a defender to it. Yeah, it did. It was really, really cool. Really cool. Make sure in the 160 SMS character limit. That seems to be what I was doing there. Yes. Mary Earps is such an insane tournament considering she was going to quit football 2 years ago. Yeah, she did. She was impressive. She's got a bit of the dark arts about her as well. The falling on the ball, etc., etc. Really good. 9 subs, by the way, to start the stream on the stream back. Love that. You'll notice, by the way, I'm very much not starting the stream. I quite like just chatting to you guys. We will do, though. Let's get into some Hertha Brazil today. I don't know how long today's stream's going to be, chat. I've got lots of stuff that I'd like to continue doing, but I also wanted to chat to you guys, so hence where we are. I did talk a little... I did put it in the Discord, the basic plan for what is going to be the stream schedule going forward for the next few weeks in August before September, which is, I think I'm going to aim for 4 streams a week, which will be Tuesday. What day is it today? Is it Monday or Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. I'm going to take that Saturday and change it to another one and do 4 streams, hopefully. They're going to be very give or take. The timings might be either side of when I say. I'm going to aim for about 12 till 3, which means I can do videos in the morning. But if I get them done earlier, we'll start earlier. If I get them done later, we'll start later, etc. We might do if there's a video that's taken ages, which can sometimes happen, and we might do an evening stream on that day, for example. But I'd like to try and pump out videos and also plenty of streams to chat to you guys and try and get through this Hertha save to try and finish another season, go for a Champions League. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Because we are slowly just running out of time, aren't we, on the save, where it's going to be starting to think about FM22 fairly soon, aren't we? Frank Kirby's allowed to ghost. Frank Kirby always ghosts, and then she does something ridiculous. She does. I think she's one of those players, isn't she? I nearly developed the Frank Kirby agenda. One of my friends has got a very strong Frank Kirby agenda. Does not rate her at all. But then she does that little lob thing and then she goes through with what she went through personally. Oh, absolutely. She's gone through a lot. In a pure footballing sense, though, I think she's quite a frustrating footballer. And it might be to do with the her reputation she's built up. Like, I think people expect maybe too much of her. Every now and then, though, she shows her quality, though, doesn't she? Then she also went to the Ozil School of getting lots of assists. Yeah, exactly. Wonder if women's will be added this year or next. I don't know. Because they haven't really put a date on it, have they? I don't think. I'm quite excited for it, though, when they do. I think we can do loads in this stream. Loads of little bits and pieces. Like, I kind of still am toying with the idea of, like, a journeyman. And going... And the journeyman where you go to women's football, I think, is a really cool thing. Going to women's football, getting, like, rising to the top, seeing what jobs you can get from there. I think that's a really fun one. You're off to Bristol Aquarium. Enjoy, Reese. Have a good one. But yeah, I'm quite excited for when it actually does happen. Right. Let's go to Football Manager, where Brian Klug is very big at the moment. Let's make him a little bit smaller. And let's see the situation that we're currently in, which is, I did put it in the tweet so you could see, we started the season excellently. Really, really well. But somehow we're not top of the league because Mainz are insane, apparently. We've drawn one game and yet we're not top. We've got 22 points. Vinicius has started well, though. Top goal scorer in the league. Welton Costin's got an over 8 average rating, which is quite nice. I can't remember much about the save at the moment. Oh, we never lose. Yeah, we're basically good again now. We do start off, though, with a tricky game against Leipzig away. And then Mainz, the third game of the stream. So we're going to play both of those today. Both could be big games. I'm hoping that we can just settle into it and it's not going to be rubbish now that we've had a bit of a break. Pavio scored there. We are in October, which is... We did just do the... We've gone through all of the... Quite recently looked at all of the new gen players, didn't we? And there wasn't really any, I think is what we found out. We're going to look again, I think, in January and sign them from there. I don't think there's any transfers going through at the moment. There's not. We've got Jose Ivson, who we signed just because he's 6'6", and Breita still to come because he's our guy. And then Tassio joins in January? No, next summer, who's a centre-back. And then Murillo, the goalkeeper, don't know if he's going to be any good. He joins in January. That's basically it. That's your rundown. That's where we're at. By the way, there is a tweet that I did tweet. I've not actually linked it, but all of the info is on that tweet if you did want to go and look at it. But yeah, what's everyone been up to? That's my question. You know what I've been up to? Went to Italy. What have you been doing this past week? Thank you for the rundown. You're welcome. You're welcome. You just got back from work. Nice, Leone. Cool, cool. I'm quite... If there aren't as many videos over this summer holidays, it's because Daisy has taken over my life. I've got a really nice little life going on with a bass and things that I just want to keep playing. So maybe there'll be Daisy streams. I know I say this every year. We're not sure, but that is that's where my head's out at as well at the moment. You want to do a double Glory Hunter save once they add the women's game? Yeah, that'd be cool, Ollie. And just literally be managing both at the same time. Because that could be cool. You started your 4-week holiday yesterday, Modern Age. Get in. Love that. Ah, gambling, that is really sad, buddy. Sending my condolences. Sending love, dude. Always a horrible one. I'm glad that you can see that he had a great life and stuff, but that is really sad, buddy. Or just make it super long. Make the save super long. Yeah. I'm sure you could do that, Ollie, for sure. Right, we've got a game immediately. It's against Leipzig away, and we've got Gabriel missing and Bruno missing, which is a bit of a situation, actually. Who comes in at centre-back? Is it Jolson and then Marcelo goes left back? It probably is, right? Taking a change of job role, which has seen me relocate to Spain. Jayhawk, buddy. I got poached after some impressive work in Wales with Wrexham. Valencia took a punt. Real life, nothing happened, to be honest. Are you talking about FM? I didn't realise for a second. You've taken poached after some impressive work with Wrexham. Valencia took a punt. Real life, nothing happened. Got ya. Yeah, you did. You did bait me there. I was like, very nice. You've gone to Spain. No, you're talking about FM, which is more important, to be fair. So, you know. Tottenham are in for Zaniolo. Guess what position Kante wants to play him in? Are they actually in for him? Because I need to get this video out. Because, so annoyingly, I recorded this video. Is Tom here? Where's Tom? I recorded this video on... What day did I send it to him? I think Saturday. When I first got back, I recorded a video. It's a... in fact, I'll show you it here. This is today's video that's coming out. And I just want you to know this. When you watch it, I want you to know, think about when I recorded it for some of these things. Because the news is all coming out on loads of them. This is what I've recorded. It's a Premier League realistic rebuild. Where I've done a realistic rebuild... As in, I finished off the transfer business for every club in the Premier League. So it took absolutely ages. I've researched every club and their situation. I went on FM and did all of the transfers that they've actually done in real life. Then I did any transfers that I think they should do before the end of the window. So far, since I recorded it, Chelsea are in for Fofana. That news is broke. Fabio tweeted it. What else happened? So now Zaniolo, I signed Zaniolo for Spurs in it. I'm spoiling it here because I'm annoyed. There was another one that happened as well that I was like, for Christ's sake, they were like big calls. And I was like, they're going to do this. Oh, it was Brentford signing Damsgaard. And then Fab tweeted about that yesterday. I was like, Brentford should sign Damsgaard. And then they did it. I didn't do Cucurella to Chelsea though. That's one that I did get wrong in this, but that's going to happen. But I recorded it on Saturday. Danny Ward will be Leicester's starting keeper. Class. But yeah, so I want you to remember that when the video comes out later, I want you to remember that when I recorded it, if some of these calls are good, some of them will be wrong, but that's just the way these things work, isn't it? I think Alisson starts this game, doesn't he? Because it's away. So let's do that as well. Are Villa signing anyone? Yes, they are signing Raul de Tomas from Sociedad. In my opinion. I don't think... that's what I would do if I was them, basically. I think they need a striker, and he was the one that I could see some links to, basically. Yes, we do have drinks. We've got the Eagle Killman coffee. We've also got a San Pellegrino if we do get to that point. Drinks are on the go. Help me with this team, chat. Is there anything else I need to do? Dodo, Cesar, Jolson. Marcelo's going to start left wing back. Adriel, Gil, Leo, Costin, Vinicius, Martinelli. It means leaving out... I think that's the team, isn't it? Bruno is suspended. Gabriel suspended. Both quite annoying misses, but we'll deal with it. Oh, we can actually have another sub. Tellez, get on that bench then. Actually, Bocao for Lazaro because Bocao's injured. Oh, what? Have I picked? Ah, Kid made the bench somehow. There we go. Don't know how Kid made the bench when he's out on loan, but there we go. Is this Alisson or Emerson? I'm going to go Alisson on this one. I think we said Alisson for away games anyway, didn't we? Alisson for away games, Emerson for home games. This is away and against a big team, so I think we're going to go Alisson. Schmeichel has been sold for less than $1 million. Great bit of business for Nice. I did actually mention that, I think, in the video, but I didn't do it, I don't think. I think I mentioned it. I did look, I definitely read about it. Very strange sign, very weird. Is that just he wants to get a little bit of a payday to go and sign for another team? Why is he leaving? You'd think he's quite Leicester through and through. Is that I think Leicester might be in a bit of financial trouble, you know. I'm a bit worried about them because they've signed nobody and I think they might lose a couple of their players. Fofana might go. I still don't know what's going on with Tielemans. I still wonder if he will go. Like, will an Arsenal blink before the window? And then you got Schmeichel going. Then it's a bit of a strange situation they've got going on, Leicester. With other teams, Maddison, oh yeah, Maddison, of course, going to Newcastle potentially. I think that looks like it might happen. If they're going back in for him and putting more bids in, that means it usually is likely to happen, isn't it? They spent 100 mil on training facilities a couple of years back, so they're probably fine. I don't know, you know. Why are they not signing anyone? Maybe they're waiting for the outgoings and then they're going to move? Like, if Fofana goes, if Maddison goes, then do they have players that they want to go and sign? It's a bit odd. Seems a bit odd. Let me move over here. Maybe that 100 million on training facilities is why they're struggling, though, Ollie. If you look at it a slightly different way. Roger's stubbornness? Maybe. He won't sign players that aren't his signings, potentially. Yeah, we're just saying, Crept. Interesting situation. I'm a Liverpool fan, Danushka. IRL. Which is a good... When we do a realistic rebuild, and I'm like, I don't think they're going to sign anyone. I did sign one player just to say, if they were to sign someone, I think they should sign this person, and it wasn't Bellingham. I don't think that happens this summer. They're going to score. Good save. On FM, he's a Man United fan, though. Yeah, true. Because, you know, I win leagues and that, don't I? Well, Mike Phelan does. Ian, Ryan, you asked before. Get in. Welton, Costin again. Ian, whilst you're here, I don't think Bellingham happens ever. I think he'll go to Real Madrid. Maybe someone else. Could you... Thank you. I actually didn't get the whole question out and Ian's already replied with the answer. Good work. Everton, Palace, Watford, Blackburn, Norwich are the teams that are available. If you wanted to join the network save, get in quickly to go and get Everton, Palace, Watford, Blackburn or Norwich. Let us know in the Discord or let Ian know. And you're in for next season, which starts tomorrow evening. Would I be correct in saying? I think I am. Is that right? I swear every FM streamer is a Liverpool fan. Yeah, I know. Ben, Jack. It's true. Churu. Churu? I still don't know how to say his name. I always see it written down. Is he a Liverpool fan as well, is he? Love it. Love it. Thursday. Sorry. The game is on tomorrow, but we play on Thursday. There you go. How to join the network save. Join the Discord. Get in touch with Ian, who is the god of the network save. FNG supports Liverpool. True. I think there are more, you know. Phil supports Liverpool. There are more. Gill's in behind for 2. Good save. He's baby-legged it. Who's picked up a knock there? Martinelli. Admin tomorrow and Thursday during the day. Cool. Manny's Liverpool fan. True. I need to get Martinelli off then maybe, don't I? With that knock. Let's do that now. I'm hoping today's going to be a nice chilled stream with nice results. I feel like the stressful parts of this save now, hopefully we can still go and win a league, etc. The stressful parts of the save is the Champions League. We turn into full focus mode when we get to Champions League games, maybe. Maybe now when they score. Flipping heck. Is a Brazilian as well. Oh, did he actually celebrate? Is someone offside here? Only recognise Gooners, Lelujo and RDF. True, true. Jota signs... it is a goal. Jota signs new 5-year deal. Okay, cool. That's a left field one. I wasn't expecting that one. It is quite a... I think that's quite a Liverpool thing to do, that when you first join, they probably join on a certain rate, and then after a season, they... with the impression that if they do well in their first season, they'll get bumped up. They've just equalised, and I'm not very happy with how we're playing. Jolson's struggling. I'm going to do Tellez on. I think Tellez makes something happen, hopefully. Hopefully. Annoying. I was talking about how easy it was going to be, and we're going to chill, and then we concede to a Brazilian player as well. Hannibal through to Chong. Oh god, this is going to be one of those games, isn't it? Where we dominate, and then... What are you doing, Allison? Should we play Daisy? I don't fancy FM today. What are they doing? We're 2-1 down. There's no way we deserve to be 2-1 down. Allison, what are you doing? You do need to add this to the Allison count. Yeah. How have we just conceded there? Do a live Premier League prediction table, shall we? I mean, let's do it. That's 3-1. Right, we're turning this off. It can't go down anymore. Agility shot. I don't think so. Chong was so bad in real life in those 2 games for United. I think he'll be a flop. Do you reckon? This is going well. Just to advise, I played 0 minutes of FM22. This is a network game will be my first proper go at it. Love it, Kokota. How are we 3-1 down all of a sudden? Look at the stats. We were 1-0 up, cruising. They've got a 0.62 XG and have scored 3 in 9 minutes. They've had 4 shots on target. What happened? FM? What? Allison has a bit of Gordon Banks about him. To be fair, this is the one game where he's looked poor. He's looked good in other games. What are you doing, Leo? FM says, welcome home. Oh, what a game. What a game. Right. How do we change from this? Bit more. Do that. We haven't really got the subs for this either, though. We can do that. It's just Gil. We just need a midfielder. We don't really have the midfielder to come on there. Unless we do, like, Lordolino. I just feel like we need to change something. Kunagato in midfield. What is going on? I don't even think we've... I think we played all right. We've had chances. Quite a lot of chances where we just baby-legged it at the keeper. I can't. 9 minutes and conceded 3. It's going to be another one. I think it is our defence. I think we've really missed Gabriel and we've missed... And then Jolson had a shocker. And it's just killed us. Can we get back in it now? A goal now gives us a chance if Angelo can finish this. Watch him baby leg it. He's dinked him. He loves a dink. Right. We need 1 goal in the last 13 minutes. When was the last time you logged into the save? About 2.5 weeks ago. Punishes you if it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. It's been a long time. It's definitely... FM is punishing us. There's one. Can I do... Can I get anybody else on here to try and force this? Neymar, I don't think does much, right? Too old. How do, Clates? How do, Ryan? Hope you're good, my friend. We could do Adriel off and do like that and do Neymar. Oh, I've done all my subs. Forget about it. Just cancel those. We've done all the subs. Don't worry about it. Didn't really drink much San Pellegrino because they didn't have it. It was all other things. Raffaella and things like that. Right, no goals. We're going to lose. Welcome back. So remember when I said we don't lose? That was a lie. Yes, it is Italian, right? But I don't think it's that region of Italy. Welcome back to FM. They just scored 3 in 9 minutes. Predict mob. Is this where you do it? Should we do it now? Right, chat. Let's do our Premier League predictions. We're doing it now. You're going to help us. We're going to decide. Let me turn me on there. You're going to help me decide, all right? It's very bright. Is there any way to make this less bright? Okay. Should we start at the top and work our way down? I feel like that's probably the best way to do. Just like that, freeze the table. Yes. Let's start at the very top and we can see how wrong we are at the end of this season. You're going to help me. You're going to help me to decide. Can I put the chat box on, actually? Let's do... In fact, I got a better way to do this. And then I can move out the way when we need to. Let me do... that there. Move this. I hope you can still hear me. Aha! And then I should still be able to do this. Aha! Very good. Right. I think we stay over here and be a bit bigger, though. Bournemouth top seems realistic. They've made great signings. Just like that, freeze that table. Okay, let's go to the top of the table. Are we thinking... The smart call, I think... Well, the realistic call here is to say Manchester City. Other than that, though, it's one of these two teams. Do we all agree on that? It's Liverpool or City to win the league here. Maybe this is my Liverpool version. My Liverpool bias. Maybe it's my Liverpool bias. However, I've got a little feeling this could be the year. And I'll tell you for why. I think City have lost a little bit of depth. I think losing Jesus, I think losing... And actually, a lot of this will come down to what happens with Bernardo Silva towards the end of this window. But losing Jesus, losing Zinchenko, losing Sterling will be big losses for City. Obviously, they've also signed Haaland. Obviously, that's going to be a thing. So maybe that does push them back over. But the lack of depth coupled with the 5 substitutes, though, I think maybe pushes Liverpool towards the top of this. Maybe. But then again, are they one midfield injury away from playing a teenager there? And or James Milner? They are, which is maybe why you go back to this. I think in my heart, obviously says Liverpool. My head just about says Man City. But only just about, I'd say. I don't think it's as cut and dry as maybe people often think it is before the start of the season. By the way, do you remember at the start of last season when people were putting Liverpool outside the top fourth or fourth in the league because of how poor they were the season before with the injuries? Maybe that injuries thing is the thing. I do think City might regress. I mean, going off, I know that City didn't play any pre-season games whatsoever, did they? But going off that pre-season, there was certainly... They certainly weren't as good as they have been. And the Community Shield I'm talking about here, but obviously they hadn't played a pre-season, had they? Lacking outlets these days. Potentially, like, Sterling would get them out of a lot of issues by getting a goal. Yeah, Alvarez looks great, though. Haaland obviously is a baller. I think Calvin Phillips is a smart signing, too. I think he's really good. But yeah, we're going to go City and then Liverpool, I think. And those two, I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way, to be honest. Next, let's look at third. Do we agree? Do we think that? Tottenham in third? Or do we think Chelsea in third? I think it's going to depend a little bit on what happens with Chelsea towards the end of this window. I think Spurs' recruitment has been better, but I think Chelsea are still Chelsea, and they've got Tuchel, who I think is a proficient? What's the word there? Proficient manager. I was a big Tuchel fan for a while, and now I'm a little bit less so. A few of his decisions have been a bit strange, and I don't really understand what's going on. I don't think Tuchel sees out the season. I'm worrying too as well. I think Spurs just edge it right now on paper. I agree, and I think Conte's excellent. So I might go Spurs third here and Chelsea fourth, although I would not be surprised if Chelsea push to there. I think Koulibaly, if he's good, it will help, won't it? And if Sterling settles in, then they're going to be great. I'm still a bit worried about the Havertz striker thing, because it's almost like they want to play a false nine, but he's absolutely not playing as a false nine, isn't he? I think Arsenal being here is very true. I think it's one of these. The order here will be interesting. I'm going to put Spurs third, and I'm going to put them there because of Son and because of Kane. That's where I think they edge it over Chelsea. And I think with the smart... I don't know how good Longley is, basically. If they have improved defensively, I think Spurs edge it. With Chelsea not having any centre-backs, they need to go and sign a Fofana or somebody. So for now, I think that goes there. If Chelsea sign Fofana, maybe they go back above. For now, I'm going to go Spurs there, then Chelsea. Arsenal are going to be fifth. And I don't think this is going to be a far away fifth here. I think this is a fifth where they'll be pushing for that top four. I think they're quite good, Arsenal, these days. They've still got a young team where you think of like Brendan Rodgers when he had Liverpool playing well. Every now and then they'll throw in a loss against Bournemouth or something. You have Chelsea fourth over Chelsea. I think Chelsea have just got too many good players, but I think this will be close. I think I'm going to go Chelsea, then Arsenal. I think Arsenal's recruitment's been good as well. I think Zinchenko helps them. I think Jesus will score a lot of goals in the Premier League. I think in pre-season he's looked really good, hasn't he? I think we're going to go Chelsea, then Arsenal, and these are going to be quite well set at the top of here. And then where do we look? Do we do Manchester United in there? You think Chelsea could finish as low as 9th? They'll be a mess. They're always a mess, though. It's how they do things. It's how it happens. They'll sign somebody big towards the end of the season now. They'll sign Cucurella. They'll be better. I think a big part about Chelsea, by the way, is if they can have both fullbacks or both wingbacks fit for an entire season, James playing right wingback and then a Chilwell or a Cucurella left back, I think actually they're a lot better. I don't see who will score the goals for Chelsea, and their defence has gotten worse. I sort of agree, Alf. I sort of agree. I think Sterling will score a lot for them, though. I do worry about the Havertz thing. He doesn't look like he's going to score many, does he? I think Sterling's going to have a lot of water to carry in that strike force. So yeah, I can see what you mean. I think they're Chelsea though, and I think they were quite easily the third best team this season. I'm going to still put them there in fourth, I think. They struggled to score goals last year, and I don't see that increasing. Yeah, I take all of those on board. I certainly agree with the points you're making. Arsenal go on streaks of title winning form, but then lose 3 in a row at some points. Yeah, Jago, I think they will. I think that's what keeps them fifth here. 6. Let's move through. I take on board all of your points there. I don't necessarily disagree with any of them. 6, though. Who's in the picture for 6 here? Are we talking West Ham? Are we talking Newcastle. I think they might just be somewhere off it. Are we talking Villa if they get their act together? Are we talking about... I mean, I was going to say Leicester, but Leicester are in a funk at the moment. They're in a situation, as we talked about previously. What are we talking about for 6 here? I think Manchester United will be better. I think Sancho will be better this year. I think Martial's going to have a bit of a second breakout year. I think Ronaldo will still score goals for them if he sticks around, which I think he probably will. Seems a bit late to go and do like a mad Ronaldo transfer. I still worry about their centre of midfield. They don't have a centre of midfield. Who plays alongside an Eriksen? Because Eriksen doesn't join Manchester United unless he's going to get a lot of game time. But Eriksen doesn't do a lot of defensive admin. Who plays alongside him? Fred? I think Fred's an all right player. De Jong coming in. I've predicted that De Jong will join, but will he, like, again, defensively? Who plays alongside him? Do they have a defensive midfielder? I don't understand the Eriksen signing at all. Is Eriksen not just Bruno Fernandes, right? I think the Eriksen signing is very much Manchester United signing a name that I think people would, make the fans happy for a little bit. I'm a bit confused about it as well, to be honest. Chelsea panic buying Ronaldo on deadline day, mark my words. I mean, I would love it for the drama, to be honest. De Jong really doesn't want to join. I don't know what's going on with the De Jong thing. I still think it happens. You think Eriksen is better personally than Bruno? I think you forget how good Bruno was that first season. When he came in, he was electric. I think if you can get that back out of Bruno, they finish top 6 quite easily. You've got West Ham 6 and United 7. I think I'm going to do it this way around. I think we're going to go United 6, West Ham 7. West Ham, they ride a bit of a wave a little bit. I think we'll come on to them. But United 6, I think De Jong does join. And I think they're just about 6 here. I don't think they'll have the consistency that your Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal's will have. And I think there's going to be a little bit of a transition period still for Manchester United. It's going to take a lot for Ten Hag to get them playing that way as well. But I think they're just about top 6 is where I'm going to put them here. West Ham are tough to predict. For all season last year, whilst they were in around here, I was kind of expecting them to fall away. And then they didn't, which is credit to them. But do they have the quality that maybe you expect them to I don't know. They are hard to predict. Scamacca will have to be good for them. Will Scamacca actually be good for them? Will he be Haller point version 2? Maybe. It seems a bit panicked, the Scamacca signing. I don't know. It didn't seem like they were linked with him all of the window. And then he was obviously being touted and offered to all these Premier League clubs. And it seemed like West Ham went, oh, right, we didn't get this person. We didn't get Broher. We didn't get this person. Let's go and get Scamacca. Didn't seem like it was one that is thoroughly thought out, and I always worry about those signings. They could obviously go one of two ways, couldn't they? I think it depends on the European run because that ruined them last year. It did, which is maybe why 7th is about fair. I think there's a lot of quality in that squad. Souček, Bowen will still do well. Antonio does a lot of hard work for them, and in and around Scamacca, if he does hit the ground running, 7th I think is probably about right. I don't think Scamacca is fast enough for Moyes' system. I don't think he's not Antonio, is he? He's not an Antonio. So he's stylistically very different, isn't he? Eriksen assigned for media interactions for when United announced a partnership with some kind of heart foundation. Do you reckon? That is a shout. Ridiculous. I'm going to put them 7th, and I think I'm going to put Newcastle 8th. I don't know if we'll see the form that Newcastle produced at the end of last season. However, they've signed some footballers who are quite good, and I expect them to add a couple more as well. I think they'll go and get like a Cornet to boost them from Burnley as well. I think they might go and sign like a Broher on loan maybe still. If Chelsea do bring in a striker, maybe they don't. Maybe Broher ends up playing football for Chelsea. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to keep Newcastle as 8th here though. I think that's about fair. I think they'd be happy enough with that as well. I think if Newcastle finish in the top 10 this year again, I think it's a good solidifying season for them, aiming hopefully maybe sneak into one of these European spots. But to be honest, what they want to do is be able to buy good footballers, but they can't buy them all at once, can they? So I think 8th is probably about right for them. I presume you haven't played a game of FM yet. FM is why we're playing this. We lost 3-2 and now I'm angry, so we're doing this. Maddison will boost them as well. I think Maddison will be a good signing for them too. They're going to splash the cash on him. So yes, I think 8th is about right. Now 9th. What are we saying for 9th here? Who comes ninth out of these teams here? Should we do a little bit of sorting here? I'm going to put the promoted teams down here, which is maybe slightly harsh, but let's do a little bit of sorting. And okay. I think they'll probably go up there. Let's move those there just to help. Who's ninth here? Brighton or Palace? I think Palace are quite good. I like Palace. Brighton are always there or thereabouts. I'm very worried about Brighton's strike force. Who scores goals for Brighton this year? I think Mopé might leave as well. Like they've signed who is their striker for Brighton? Undav or Mopé? Who scores their goals, and what was their issue last year? Scoring goals. All the XG, they couldn't put the ball back into the net. Yeah, Undav, who's looked really poor in pre-season. Trossard plays off the striker. But is the new German lad Undav? Because I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I still think they might need to go and sign a striker. Welbeck, he bangs in Bundesliga too. Yeah, they signed him in January and loaned him out, didn't they? That Undav. And he was not even particularly... I don't know if he scored goals, but I know in pre-season they've not been particularly enamoured with him. He doesn't look that ready. Is he Belgian? And Belgian League, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so I'm not convinced on Undav, which is why maybe I go with Palace over them. Maybe Palace over them, just because I think actually they're quite an exciting young team. They've got some really good players in there. Eze, Elise, again, striker. Who scores the goals for them? Who scores the goals for Palace? Because I don't think Mateta is the guy. I don't think Edouard is that guy. I don't think... I mean, Benteke is that guy. Does Edouard? Wolves finish above all of these clowns. Do they without a striker? I think Wolves are... I'm a bit worried about Wolves because they were really good for the first half of the season and then fell away massively. Massively fell away, didn't they? Raul is out for a week. Is Raul going to be back? Because, again, I'm a little bit worried about Wolves. I would put them around here. Palace have lost Gallagher, though, so they don't have that creator. If they do have to continue starting Jeffrey Schlupp as a centre midfielder, then possibly true. Possibly true. I would like to see Palace go and sign a centre mid. I would like to see Palace go and get like a... I did this in the video, actually. Maybe Palace go and get a... Chelsea lad. What's his name? Who goes on all the loans. Hey! RDF! How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. They did sign that Czech Doucouré, didn't they? Who does look really good. RDF, welcome in, buddy. Join us. Viewers, we're taking a break from FM because we played one game and lost and it was horrible. But we're doing our Premier League predictions live. Welcome in. Yeah, that Doucouré does look good, but he's a bit more ball winning, isn't he? They could do a Gallagher again. They could, or a Loftus-Cheek, or a what's the lad who I'm thinking of from Chelsea? They should loan him anyway. Leicester above these still have balance across all. Possibly. We need to put Leicester around there, I think. I said Barkley to Everton, actually, in the video, but not him. Chelsea have a lot of football. Gilmore! There you go. Thank you, Cameron. Maybe a Gilmore in there. Just somebody like him. Doesn't really narrow it down. It doesn't. Billy Gilmore. That's who I'm thinking of. That's who I said in the video, because I know he wasn't amazing at Norwich, but I think just having that type of midfielder would be useful for them, alongside some like destroyers and some winners, some runners, like a Schlupp is a runner, Eze's a runner, and then you've got Doucouré in there to win the ball. I think somebody to get on the ball and play it, I think, would be useful. We get Nunes and a striker be top 6, just if. I don't think Wolves get Nunes. I don't think Wolves... I'd be a great signing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I saw Billy was sent home. He's not been given a number as well, Billy Gilmore. So Tuchel obviously doesn't rate him, which is why I think we'll see him going out on loan. Maybe even sign permanent for somebody else. Vardy will be fit for half a season, score 15 goals, which will be Leicester top half. Yeah, I wonder what to do with these. 9th Palace, 10th Brighton. I just worry about Leicester. They're too good to be here, really. But if they lose players before the end of the window, are they too good to be there? I'm going to put them 11th, I think. And then I might do Wolves and Villa here, which seems harsh, but it is quite a muddy mess around this part of the table, isn't it? Who goes where here? Like Wolves could be there quite easily, but they could also be here. Brighton losing Basuma and Cucurella. That's maybe true, actually. Maybe we bump Brighton down 1 because I am worried about their strike force. And we do Palace, Leicester, Brighton, Villa. Villa finish above Wolves? Yeah, I think you might be right. But again, I'm not particularly impressed by what Gerrard did. Started great, but then did fall off a cliff. They need to get Bailey firing, Villa. They need to get him playing games and doing things, because I think he struggled. Dragon, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Raiders, by the way, welcome in. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all good. I don't think Chelsea can stay high. No centre-backs. Yeah, we did talk about that a little bit before. I think the rest here is kind of the order that I think it's going to be in. I think I'm going to put Villa above Wolves. Maybe harsh on Wolves here. I could see them finishing 10th, 8th. But again, I'm going to put them here, I think. 7 and 10th, if it didn't fall off, could easily have been 6. I agree. Gerrard is too stuck in the Rangers system. Doesn't really suit the Villa squad. Brentford a tad high. Yeah, I'm wondering if Brentford go down a couple. I think Everton can't be as bad as they were last year either. But who goes above them? I'm worried about the rest of the teams here. When have Villa been top 10? I'll defend this. You can defend this, but you're also a Wolves fan. So I understand that. I like Leeds business if they click. Me too, but they were in a mess last year. Everton relegation. I'm not sure Everton relegation. I guess the other thing here is, like, I think it's probably that way around. True, Pav. If Wolves get an injury or two, they could be close to relegation. I think Wolves there is about right. Bournemouth are mudded. Let's go backwards up then. Let's switch it a little bit. Bournemouth have done no business. And they were the second best team in the Championship last year. At least Forest have given it a go with their signings. We've seen, though, do they do a Fulham where they spend a load of money and then drop down? We've signed 3 players, yeah, who are like Rothwell and, yeah, who aren't Prem quality. Exactly. They haven't got Bournemouth I worry about. They're also relying on Dom Solanke scoring Premier League goals, which I don't think is where anyone should be. And I like Dom Solanke, but, yeah. Second best in Championship usually equals bottom of the Prem, yeah, usually. Lingard is a good signing. I think it's a lot of money for him. It's a risky one, but yes. Lingard a 1 year and Johnson is a class front 3. I think I probably agree. Johnson and a 1 year as 2 strikers. Lingard just behind them. I quite like it. I think Forest stay up. Maybe we need to drop them, move them a little bit higher. Is Newcastle really that bad? No players in yet. I've put Newcastle 8th. I think that's quite fine. I'm hoping Nico does bits for them. Fulham, however, finished. Do you reckon Fulham are finished? Some of their signings have been smart, I think. You worry about Brentford without Ericsson? What are we thinking about Southampton? Are we thinking this then? I could see Everton finishing a lot higher. I think Forest go down and Fulham stay up. What would you do with these here? I'm thinking this is about my area. It's going to take a lot for Leeds. They were really poor for a long time, but second season now, you got Marsh settling in. I think he's made some good signings, but good signings I'm scared of. Southampton are struggling. We'll do the same again. Permanently 15th or 16th. Yeah. Very youthful, but could backfire. I think this is my order. Bournemouth bottom. Fulham and Forest could go either way. It depends if Mitrovic scores goals, isn't it, really? Forest 18th. I mean, they could sneak past a Brentford here. Brentford, if they go and sign like a Damsgaard helps, they have lost Ericsson. And it was Ericsson that made them good again, wasn't it? Everton sold Richarlison and haven't replaced him. No, they haven't. But again, I think they're already a squad that is too strong to be where they are. Once you get a bit of confidence and get them playing again, which is what my issue. What have Brighton done in the market to be 10th? They're not. They're 11th. But also, you might be right on Brighton. But I think they're a good footballing. They're a good team with a good manager. Actually, McNeil is a good signing, to be fair. I think McNeil is a really good signing for Everton. I think he'll do really well for them. I think Brentford gets serious second season syndrome. I think you might be right as well. Brentford looks high without Basuma. Yeah, maybe Brighton is a tad high. Maybe could be tough. They have Brighton don't have Dan Burn. They lost him. McNeil with his 0 contributions. Nah, I think McNeil will do well for them. I think you'll see that. What do you think? You think Brighton drop below these two, or maybe in there? I just don't know. You know, McNeil is a pure confidence player. You have Brighton 13th. Looking at McNeil for FPL if he starts doing well. Yeah, he scored 2 in his first friendly, didn't he? How you doing, Ali? Welcome in, buddy. You'll take 11th. I think you might have to settle for 12th. You might have to stay. I think it's still 30. I think Wolves are too good for there, though. Realistically, about 7 teams could go down. They could, yeah. Also, Liverpool has a better bench than City at the moment. Yeah, we said that as well. McNeil and Gordon as Everton's wingers. I'm going to take a punt here. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to take a punt here. I think Everton finish above Leeds. I think this is my table. You don't know what McNeil was being told to do at Burnley. Look, yeah, I agree. I think this happens. I could be convinced otherwise. For me, it's Bournemouth 20th, 19th, Leeds, Everton 18th. I just think Everton, you have Everton rock bottom. I don't think they finish rock bottom. I think there's too many good players there. Dino can't defend, Coutinho don't track back. I think they've signed defender. I think Villa are a little bit fugazi. I do agree with that. Forest and Brentford swapped. I think this is what I have. I think Brentford got a bit of a bounce when Eriksen came in and might struggle now he's gone. That's why I have them 17th, yeah. What good players do Everton have? I think there's enough good players there. I think Calvert-Lewin is good. I think McNeil will be a good signing for them. I think Gordon's actually pretty decent. I think if they sign Idrissa Gueye, I think that'll be a good signing. I think they will sign him. Constantly injured, but he's not injured right now though, is he? They do have Michael Keane. Too much individual talent, so they scrape a few 2-1s. Well, like what I'm saying here is I'm saying they're finishing 14th, which is probably 3 points higher than 17th. In all honesty, isn't it? I'm not saying they're going to win the league here. This isn't... I don't think I'm going overboard when I'm saying... I'm not saying Everton are a good side by any means here. They're finishing 14th in my book. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do finish a bit lower. I'm just not convinced when new signings come in that they're going to be really good. And that's my punt. I think Everton 14th is my punt here. That's the one place where I'm maybe taking... a little bit of a punt. This is what I'm doing. We're sticking with this. This, you have to kind of put a brave shout in there somewhere, don't you? So when they go down, you can all say, even, do you know what? If they go down, it's not like I'm saying they're going to finish top 8. It's not even that bad a call, I think, if they go down. If you put Villa above Wolves, I don't think Wolves are that good. If you put Villa above Wolves, don't put it on Twitter. I won't. That's true. I don't think Wolves have... They've signed Nathan Collins. Like, I like Wolves, but I don't think they've done much. I think Neto being back helps, though. They haven't got players. They have gone to a back 4. But, like, does that lose you a bit? Like, that means dropping Cody as well, doesn't it? You're going to go with Kilman and Collins as your centre-backs. Morgan Gibbs White tore the championship. Is that what we're relying on, though? They've got no forwards. Yeah, They didn't really have the depth last year either, no. All right. Do we do Everton 1 lower? Do we do Wolves 1 higher? Is that what we're thinking here? Do we do that? You'll be flipped. But just think of the social media engagements. You're talking me out of it now. Adama is back, though. I don't think Adama plays. He hasn't played any pre-season, has he? Oh, I know that, Pav. It's not FM, no. No, to be fair, I don't. But I think you'd get that even if you put them 12th. I think Wolves fans on Twitter, if you didn't put them top 4, they'd be upset. Brentford looks to be getting Damsgaard. Yeah, I did say that in the video as well, which is annoying. Forest stay up, do you reckon? And we'll make sure in January if they aren't looking good. I mean, that is kind of true, I guess. This is my table. We're going with this. We're going Manchester City to win the league. Although I said it will be close between Liverpool and them. I could see Liverpool winning it again this time. Spurs 3rd. Chelsea 4th. Arsenal 5th. United 6th. West Ham 7th, Newcastle 8th, Palace 9th, Leicester 10th, Brighton 11th, Wolves 12th, Villa 13th, Leeds 14th, Everton 15th, Southampton 16th, Brentford 17th, and I've gone for all 3 promoter teams in the relegation zone. Forest in 18th, Fulham 19th, and Bournemouth 20th.
The best kind of clates.
Thank you very much for the 22-month resub there, Hutch. I appreciate you, buddy. Palace are crazy high. I think Palace are decent. They are kind of high in that now. You look at it, aren't they? I think we're going to go in 9th, though. We're going to go with that. Arsenal 4th. I think they're in a bit better position than Chelsea currently. I think Chelsea will buy people towards the end of the window and be better and sort it out. That is my predictions, chat. I don't know if you agree. We don't agree, as lots of you have said. Those are my predictions. We'll maybe turn that into a little video for the second channel, and it can go on there. Maybe the first one. Who knows? We'll see what people say. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. I was going to click stop streaming there. I didn't even record that separately, so it's going to have to be in there. I like Arsenal too. We talked about it quite a lot when we first did it. Those are my predictions. Let's go back to this horror show. I hate this. Good outro. Goodbye. Right now, Premier League pun teams. I mean, maybe. Oh, yes. Jay's coming around to help me lift the AC up here at 4:30. Nice. How you doing, JM? Welcome in, buddy. 8th, 17th, you can just put them in any order. The rest are right. The 8th to 17th is really difficult to predict, isn't it? Really difficult. I thought your stream was over. He was about to say I didn't see FM. No. We will continue on FM for a little bit. We played one game and lost it. I was just upset, so we had to take our mind off it by doing a Premier League predictions. Remember, once it's settled, you can't use it for 8 hours. The system needs to settle. Yeah, I know. Which is why I want to get it in sooner rather than later, to be honest. But there you go. You can absolutely throw a hat over a lot of the teams. Absolutely. And it all depends on, like, confidence, form, like, injuries. It's going to just come down to that, basically. And we don't know, do we? Gremio about to earn 10 mil. Did they... Oh. The wages for Vinicius is about to go to 275, which is a yikes. Also, Cesar's about to be given... We're about to pay 10 million for Cesar. Oh, God. Liverpool Dragon. Liverpool. We didn't start the fire. How well they will use their 5 subs. Oh, absolutely. Teams changing to that is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to benefit. Obviously, it will benefit the teams with the bigger squads, the bigger teams. But it will be how well those teams like Arsenal and Spurs, Chelsea, to an extent West Ham, that might change the dynamics of when those teams play the lower, smaller squads. Which is another reason why I think you worry about teams like Leeds and Wolves. And especially teams like Bournemouth with small squads. With teams being able to use 5 subs against them. It's such a worry. It massively changes it to benefit teams with bigger squads now. Like, how are Bournemouth going to cope with that? The problem is too many changes might change momentum. That's where needing a good manager to use those 5 subs correctly. Every week I take loads of photos forgetting I'm the one who has to edit them. Yeah, that's... It's like recording videos and then being like, oh, now they need to be turned into videos. That's why you get a Tom. Leeds are just brought in a load of young Americans. They're 100% going down. Yeah, that was an interest. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it goes for you. I think the Prem missed out on forcing one of the subs has to be an academy player. I wouldn't mind that. But money though, isn't it? Money talks, and they don't want... The Prem wants people to buy more players and things. Yeah. Most leagues use 5 subs now. The Prem is just catching up. Everyone will be fine. Oh no, everyone will be fine, but I think it will change a lot still. If we get a Jorke or Big Paul, I'll be unbearable. I know, Pav. I'm well aware. They've signed Tyler Adams as well. Yeah. Still not loads. I mean, it's not loads, is it? They've also signed, like, who else did they sign from? From, like, Salzburg or something as well. There was another one, wasn't there? I think ex-Red Bull players have big flop potential. The Naby Keita syndrome. Yeah, I can see that too. Leeds had a great window. Brendan Harrison's going to cook. I think they have had a good window. Yeah, they brought in Mark Rocker. Yeah, Christensen, that was the one. Right back, isn't he? I think they need a left back still. Who plays left back for Leeds currently? They got Sinistera from Feyenoord as well, didn't they? Ask me about any transfer that's happened, and because of this video, I've done a lot of research for it. Which is coming out, by the way, later on today. Boom. Firpo. Yeah, is Firpo a footballer? I'm not convinced. They need a left back. Otherwise, you're playing Firpo or Pascal Struijk there. Harrison is left back for now, which is not Pog. Exactly. He starts left back first day of the season. Yeah. Thought it was you. That was you in the middle of the picture. What bold me? Should I just put it in there and see if anyone notices? I still haven't done that thing, chat, where in a video I make a deliberate mistake just for you guys. I need to do it. Next video. So we're going to do a Southampton save video very soon. I'll show you the thumbnail for that one as well, because I quite like it. It's a cool thumbnail. What mistake shall I deliberately make in the... well, I say I haven't actually confirmed this, but I think this is what we're going to do. What mistake shall I deliberately make in the Southampton video? Why can't I find where my things are? I love the mistakes. Clate. That wasn't a mistake. That was just you hearing it wrong. I wasn't saying my own name wrong. Although maybe I will do that deliberately now. This is what we're planning to do. So a youth only DOF save. So I'm going to go and get a director of footballer. I might make him good. Or I might make him good at signing youth or something. Youth. And we can only play... We can't make signings. We can only play we only sign the players that the DOF signs. And they have to be under 21 every signing. So from here, they have a youth player called Thierry Small. They do. Call Ward-Prowse Lalana? That is ridiculous. James Prowse-Ward. Oh, shall I call him James Prowse-Ward? And just see if anyone noticed. JWP call him Ward-Prowse. I'm going to call him James Prowse-Ward. That is a hilarious mistake. And just I want to see if anyone notices. Of course, we've got James Prowse-Ward in the midfield. I just do it so many times. Tell you what we should do. Shall I rename him James Prowse-Ward and just see if anyone notices? People will be like, what? Look out for it, chat. If I remember, I will try and do that. But I think it'll be a fun save. I'm going to go and edit the philosophy and the club vision and everything. So we have to sign youth players, etc. Bring in Matalan Niels as DOF. Shall I bring back the GOAT as the DOF? That's my question. Yeah, tiny Livramento. I might get Mike Phelan in, actually. He is the best. We are playing a cup game, which means Allison can play, and I think he will play because we're away. I kind of want to bounce back with a win here, which means bringing Gabriel back in and doing that. Got to refer to Salisu as Saliba. Oh, God, that would be really... Yeah, that would upset people. That would really upset people. For young and cheap Monchi. Yeah, people did say about Monchi. We could bring Monchi in. We could make it like a custom guy, though. Like, edits, get our own person in. Jan Celery. No, JM. Oh, hello there, Philip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resubscribed X34. Hello there.
Hello there. How are ya? Thank you very much for 34 months, chat. Show some appreciation for Mr. Philip FM. Hope you're good, my friend. Right, I'm just going to play that team. I don't really know what's going on. I've not really focused too much on the FM today. We played one game and lost it. And now I'm upset about it. So, we are where we are. Right, I've done that. We're playing Cologne away from home. I've gone for the first team squad, even though it's a cup game. It'll be fine. Please win. Did you play Allison earlier? Yep. He's played an extra game. It's away from home, though. And he was terrible. Corner from Gill. They're going to break, aren't they? You're going to have to tackle him here. Actually, what are we going to do next, then, when they get a penalty here? Oh, my word. We did our Premier League predictions. What are we doing next when we lose this one? Oh, there's plenty of reasons, JM, for the crab emote. He's off. He's off. He's on. I hate FM. I'll think of another postponing FM tactic if you lose here. I mean, it might be happening. Championship predictions. Bundesliga predictions. Let's just do all of them. He's on, yeah. I mean, he's quite easily on. Who kept him on? Dodo. Good work. We're about to lose... We didn't lose all season up to this point. We come back from holiday and we're about to lose the first 2 games. GeoGuessr. I'm terrible at GeoGuessr. Really bad. It's going to be a long afternoon, yeah. It might be a short afternoon, to be honest. When we're playing Daisy. Head soccer, all good options. True. FPL. We could do our FPL teams. That's what we could do next. I do need to do mine. I need to finish off. I've got Armando Broja up front in it, and I want him to go out on loan somewhere. So I know whether it's a good idea to keep him or not. That's my last call, but it depends what happens. Oh my word. It depends what happens with him. Are we about to go 2-0 down? Because what? What are they doing? First of all, they run into each other. Then he heads it to the guy. Back to Italy then. Yeah, I don't actually like FM. So boring. Do I bin Haaland from the FPL because he's a flop? Yeah. I think actually people will be doing that now, won't they? What am I watching? I don't know. How are we 2-0 down here? Should have restarted FM when doing the predictions. And we've got an injury. Oh, good finish. Can I see your Daisy base? Yep. They've had 3 shots and scored 2. He's just missed the ball there. Go and upgrade another position. Serious. People, yeah, I do wonder about Haaland. Is it worth the money in FPL now? I've got him in mind, but I don't know. People who actually play FPL a bit more seriously than me. Do you go and get Son and then not have Haaland? Oh my god. Oh no, Lenny's unplugged the laptop power cable. They do a sneak update to FM while you weren't looking and the tactic doesn't work. I mean, apparently, although we've actually been the better team in both games, our defence have just lost their heads. Cesar's on a 6.1. Yeah, I'd be more concerned if he didn't have the chances. He looks like he's going to score a shed load. He wasn't even bad against Liverpool. Kane in with plan to swap to Haaland if he starts strong. Can't judge him off one game. Still got this. This is the fine scene. I don't think I do have the this is fine scene. Do I? I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. I need it though. You currently have Son, Salah, Jesus and Haaland. I've got Salah, Jesus and Haaland. I haven't managed to get Son in there though. You've been terrible so far. What are you doing is what I will say to you. That's my feedback, lads. What are you doing? I should take off Gil and I should take off Cesar, shouldn't I? Gil's got good long shots, though. We keep just smashing it over. There are midfielders that might score a similar amount of goals, especially if he plays a similar amount to what he has throughout his time at Dortmund. I don't think he ever played more than 25. You've got midfielders in there like... Saka and I've got Diaz in at the moment and I'm wondering I don't know if he actually has if he gets enough goals. Yeah, it's a cup game as well, so we're going out of the cup here. 8 million mids are unreal. Yeah, there's loads. Mahrez still there, I think, for about 8 million, isn't he? You're injured. I don't want to take you off really, but you are injured, so I think I have to. Mount's there. I don't know if Mount quite has the numbers. I've always been a bit disappointed with him. Not Diaz won't score enough. That's what I was thinking. But I do wonder if this is like his breakout. Does he start scoring enough now? That's what I was wondering about. Not enough end product. He offloads it. Yeah. Man City alleged 80 mil bid for Guardiola. To play him left wing back maybe. That's a lot of money for him. I want to change to this, but I don't know if we've got the players on the pitch for it. Where does Vinicius go? Did I just do that sub or before? I did. Let's rethink this. I'm surprised Chelsea weren't in for Guardiola. I thought that one would have made a lot of sense. How you doing, Beyond? Welcome in, buddy. Agile Costing goes there. Gill is going to have to come off. He can't play there anyway. We'll get Bruno on. You can do that quite well, actually. Does just change into this give us something slightly different? I still want to get... You're done. I still kind of want to get Welton Costin off. He's having a terrible game, but we'll see if changing his role helps. Why are we 2-0 down? Yeah, holiday was really good. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I saw Rashford's only 6.5. Maybe worth a shout. Sancho might be worth a shout this year as well. Costin on his 6.2 scores. That's a good change. Do you know what? We've changed to this system twice now and scored immediately both times. Not quite enough to win the games, but we have actually made stuff happen. Maybe the tactic's dead. Maybe that's why. But yeah, no, Rashford is intriguing at 6.5. I just wonder, does he definitely start, etc.? You currently have J-Dog Sancho. Nice. I wondered about going from Diaz to Sancho. They're quite interchangeable anyway, though. Come on, then. Another goal, please. We don't deserve to be losing again. Right, here it is. The equaliser. That's a terrible cross. Ødegaard is 6.5. Does he have enough end product to gain, though, Ødegaard? I'd much more likely see... I think you're much more likely to see Saka score the goal or Jesus. And does he score enough goals? Martinelli at 6 million. Is he definitely going to start, though? Martinelli. I had Martinelli a lot last year and he didn't do all that much. What a finish that is. What a finish. You'd rather Martinelli at 6 than Ødegaard. Yeah. He's a little bit more end product, isn't he? A little bit more striker. He will to begin with Smith Rowe injured. Yeah, but then they've signed Vieira as well, and I wonder where they play Fabio Vieira. There's a lot of midfielders in that team now. I think one of them's going to have to play slightly wider, or like in that front three. Are we about to concede? Yes. Oh, good save, Alisson. We're still in this. You've got Sancho, I think, would be great. He's been performing good in pre-season, so worth a punt. Yeah, he is. Martial's quite expensive, isn't he? Vieira also injured and would be the 10 or right wing cover. Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean, that right wing. I guess Saka starts there every game, doesn't he? Yeah, I think he's squad option as well. When I was doing there for the video and I was working out who was going to start, I could only find him a spot on the bench. Are you ready? Arteta roulette next season. Yeah, maybe. Angelo scores us an equaliser here. How are we losing? Why were we 2-0 down with these idiot defenders? We're actually going to lose in the cup now. I hate this game. Martinelli was whipping them in on corner duties in pre-season. Oh, really? That's a game changer. I didn't realise he was taking corners. Set pieces make a difference when it's a player like Martinelli. I don't know what I just told them. I said we should all be happy accidentally because I'm annoyed. We've lost... Look at this. And this is what is so annoying. This is why FM is so annoying. What? Like, what? Guess which 2 games we've played today. Guess which 2 games we've played today. Yep. Gil is out injured. Excellent work. Yeah, and we've got Mainz next. We've gone with 3rd. We actually went behind Bayern in the league. Oh my god. I'd like to go back to Italy, yeah. That's just sad. It's just sad, really. Alright, let's... well, I need to rest the team as well, because we've got Mainz literally in 3 days. Are you making a positive improvement, development? Because you played a 6.1 in the last game and headed it straight to them. So, don't give me that. Bad timing, Mr. Assistant Manager. Bad timing. That's sad. Exactly, Kiz. Best 4.5 keeper that's not Meslier. I don't know who I did for that. I think I put Sarr as my goalkeeper. Adriel could be one of our best players. Well, show it in games, please. That's what you need to restart FM. What do you mean? That what? Oh, what's that? You need to restart FM. I definitely need to restart FM. Can't believe that's ridiculous. Like, it's definitely a thing, isn't it? It's mad, mental. I didn't lose a game in 12 games. Won 11 of them. Come back and you lose the first 2. Inexplicably lose the first 2 as well. I didn't even play poorly. We're playing De Vegan next as well. I'm going to praise you, even though you were horrible in that last game. Horrible. Raya, Sanchez. Are they both 4.5s? Definitely not that. Not praising anybody's recent form. Only the good die. Alrighty then. Shall we? What we looking at? Brentford signed a keeper. Yeah, that's true, actually. They did sign a keeper, didn't they? They signed that Strakosha? Was that Brentford? Chelsea after Skriniar. I think Chelsea will be after. Chelsea will be linked with every centre-back for the next few weeks until they basically find out which one of them responds by saying that they're interested in joining. You're going to see a lot of Chelsea linked to centre-back medias. Mainz. Right, this is a big game. This is a big one. How did it become so serious? We have got... How did the other teams get on? Bayern Munich, did they win? They have also not played. We played top of the league Mainz at home. Wafia's here singing away. Let's just see what's going on with this team. Do we need to change it up? Gil is injured, so that does mean we do need to change it up. Okay. We've been linked with Guardiola and Sesko, Bowley playing FM. Yeah. I think someone should go and sign Sesko, by the way. He looks really good in real life. He was so good in that Liverpool friendly. Just some little really classy touches where you're like, okay, he's a good player. Do I play Alisson in this one? It is a home game, but do I play him simply because it is quite a big game? Not that he was very good in the last game anyway that we played. Who plays... You go there, I think, and then Bruno comes in there. Do I play with Martinelli right wing? I don't mind it. Or does Vinicius go right wing? Because they have the links. I might do that because of the links. And then swap it at some point. Okay, I'm going to go Alisson. And here we go. Massive game. We are playing top of the league. We lost our last game. This is where we need to bounce back. Am I confident? No. Why are we counting Alisson games, by the way? I'm guessing we have big appearances fit. Yes, Ollie, yeah. We pay big money when he plays 50. So we are very much counting down those games towards that. How you doing, FM Rage? Welcome in, dude. Exactly that. You've got it. We've now played 5 games. This is 5th, yeah? Vinicius down the right-hand side for a good start for us would be nice. Costing it's blocked almost on the line. Is that Ronald or Rocco who plays centre-back for them? Got him joining on the network game? If it is. It's not. It's Thomas or Rocco. There's the vegan. Look, playing centre-mid for them. We sold him to them. They've got Florian Muller in goal. We know what usually happens when he plays. That's a good run through the middle. There's Leo. It's overhit straight to Muller. That didn't look like that difficult a pass there as well. And he's hit it straight to the goalkeeper. Good. Good stuff. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Right, Bruno. Good control, that. Alisson. Bounced it over. Leo. Go on then. Go on, Gabby. Oh, he's put it wide. He's put it wide. Hey, FM Rage. Never been to a Twitch stream of yours, but love your YouTube videos to try and emulate my content off it. Thank you, buddy. That's a very kind message. I appreciate it, dude. Welcome in. New video today. I think it's a good one. I hope you enjoy it, guys, lads, ladies. You know, you've got a rock on a free. I reckon with those save funds, you should pay up for Poulsen. I will give you plenty of money for Poulsen. I need a fourth choice striker. I will give you a lovely amount of money. Have Riot or Strakosha played most in preseason? I actually don't know. That's worth checking. You want to look at the most recent preseason game, because I think most managers seem to be doing. Raya has. There you go. Most managers seem to. You'll play your near enough starting 11 in your final preseason game because you want to see them play. Why is that? What is the player you have, Leo? We've scored. Is he onside? He is. We've scored. Get in. Dennis Law. That's an interesting one. This is the video. A realistic rebuild of the entire Premier League. I've done transfers for every Premier League club and then simulated the season. Leo scores. Clunter down the right-hand side. Costin. I think it'll be a good video. I hope you guys do enjoy it. Okay, we're actually winning this. This is fine. No idiot defending would be good. That's what you want your manager to be saying. Don't be idiots to the defenders. Okay, that's a poor pass. More than a feeling. How long was it when we didn't stream? I feel like it was like 2 weeks. It's been ages. I think he's offside, isn't he? He was on. Brentford fan. Raya will take some beat into the #1 shirt. Brentford had some issues last season when Raya was out for a few months. It was under discussed. We lost some form. Ah, there you go. Aiden with some insight. This is good. This is why you have like a Twitch chat is good for this. You get proper insights. So you think Raya will be the starter? They've signed Strakosha because of the drop off when he wasn't playing. Got ya. You didn't do a Kev and spend 90 million at Everton when they only have 30 mil to spend. No, I did not. It is actually realistic for each club. I did all of their transfers that they've done already in real life and then added the ones that I think they'll do for the end of the window. You feel for Strakosha. I don't think he will play over Raya unless he gets injured or Raya leaves. Yeah, I think so. But I think he probably joins the club knowing that, with the confidence that he can beat him to #1, right? He's what, 28 now as well, Strakosha? So he's not like... Yeah, he'll want to play. Raya got that nasty injury. I didn't remember when that was, but yeah. We're 2-0 up, by the way. Leo scored again. Come on. We're back. Hopefully. Big ball over the top. Vinicius plays it. Left-footed. He's injured as well, Vinicius. Started in right wing, by the way. He's on an 8. Good fin. Leo actually scoring goals. He's not a fraud. Who said he was? Right, 2-0 at half-time. That is much better. Don't let your performance levels drop. What is the injury that Vinicius has? Lower leg. What does that mean? Calf strain? Bruised shin? He's our best player, so I kind of want to keep him on. But the injury is affecting him. Should we try and get him to 55? This might be a risk. Raya's in the Spain squad for a reason, yeah. And that is the lack of goalkeeping ability of David De Gea. No, I'm joking. No, he's a decent keeper, Raya. Much bigger than you expect him to be. Same with Robert Sanchez. Much bigger than you expect him to be. Sanchez is like 6'5". Madness. Since when? And yes, I do pay a lot of attention to players' heights. Martinelli for a third, and then we can get him off. He's gone for a lob. It's terrible. He's caught it. That's embarrassing. We've actually... Oh, my word, we're nearly in. We've been very dominant against a very good team here. Sanchez gives me massive 5'10" energy. I am surprised. I know, right? Same. He seems like a short keeper for some reason for me. Gabby! We're back.
Gabby! You're my boy! You're my boy! You're my Gabby boy!
Ow! Come on! 3-0 against top of the league, and we've just lost to some idiots in the last game. Where has this come from? I'm going to get Vinicius Jr. off now because we are 3-0 up, and we don't need to risk him. We'll do... I'll put you there, and I will do... Lordolino is going to come on up front. That's based purely on vibes. It's same. The Gabby song's definitely grown on you, see? Just takes a bit of time. You'd miss it if it wasn't there now. He'd score a goal and you'd be like, oh, you feel unfulfilled. I know how it works. Right, don't do anything silly now, lads. 3-0 up. Don't do anything silly. Thank you for the follow, Owen. Welcome in, buddy. And Sprayeris, I'm going to go with. Thank you for the follow as well. Wow, he just kicked him off the ball. Did you see that? Go on, Lordolino. You don't have the pace to get there. Oh, yeah. Oh, good tackle, Welton Costin. We've got players in there, Lordolino and Angelo. Angelo's there. Angelo scores. 4-0. Did he stumble on his own or did he just get kicked? And was it in the build-up to this goal? Because... well, it kind of was, wasn't it? We've ended up scoring from it as well. And he just got kicked off the ball. I kind of want to watch it, but it's going to be an effort to go back now, isn't it? 4-0, though. Get in. Let's rest people. Welton Costin, knackered. Get him off 4. We'll give Neymar a run out. I don't know why I was going to do Savio, then I started just saying... did it a bit like a DJ would. Neymar! Oh, yeah. Like this thing. Where is that? Have I still got that? I don't think I have. He was... DJ! Those keyboard lessons were the best. Why did every school do that? What are you doing? What a finish. He's just volleyed it in. Go on, Angelo. Do we need to start Angelo again? Because he's come in here and done quite well. When Gil was injured. I don't know what their defender's doing here to pass to him. Great cross to him, but the volley's actually still decent. Cross by Clunter, who used to play for us. Volleyed it. What a hit. He was always terrible for us, Clunter. That's why we sold him. Great assist, though. We take it. 5-0 against top of the league. Where was this from in the last 2 games? I like FM again now. Angelo's in for the hat-trick. He's gone round the keeper. He scored a hat-trick. He's offside. It's a great shame. It's a great shame. Everybody's upset with that. I'd like him to get a hat-trick. That would have been nice. Have you passed the still can be screwed up stage? I think we might have done. Touch wood. But it'd be really disappointing to lose it from here, wouldn't it? Who should we get on to give a little run out to? Pereira? I fancy a little run out for Pereira. He usually scores, Pereira. Let's see if he can keep it up here. He's got half an hour from left back. Probably should have gone with the most tired player, but we've gone with him. Oh, God. You know, I said about not losing from 5-0 up. Imagine we actually did. Right. Oh, yeah, I started. I was like, why did we start Alisson? And I remembered these are a really good team. Oh, Neymar. Could be 6. Get in the box, everyone. Lordolino. Oh, he went for it. Near post. Do me wrong. Some people call me a space cowboy. And me. That's weird. What a coincidence. Martinelli. That almost went with the song that whistled, didn't it? All right, still 10 minutes to go, but I've done all my subs. We just sit back. We appreciate that. Are we going to go top? Or a Bayern playing as well? Yeah, Lenny was very happy to see me. He would not stop licking me. Which is a very weird sentence, but he was very excited. And then he was so good. He's usually quite weird in the car. Like, can either be sick or is quite unsettled when you drive him in the car for ages. Honestly, he just slept the whole way back. Like, proper, like, if anyone's got a Frenchie, most dogs probably. Angelo hat trick! He's got it! Get in! But he did, like, the lying back on his back, like, snoring on the back seat the whole way back. So, he was, I think he was relieved. There's the streams out of context quote. Yep. 6-0. Angelo hat-trick. Neymar assist. Beautiful. Oh, this makes me think that we need to get Angelo back in the team somehow. It's such a... Like, he's too good to be leaving out, isn't he? Oh, I thought I was going to come to Dodo. Yeah, but no, he was happy to see us. I need to take him out for a walk, actually, fairly soon. Give him his lunch, take him for a walk, etc. Especially if Jay's coming at 4:30 to help me lift an AC unit. Was that a perfect hat-trick? It might have been. The volley was left-footed. He did score a hat-trick, and that one was right-footed. So, yes, perfect hat-trick. He's going for a fourth here. It's gone wide. Yeah, I think it was left-footed because it was the volley. He's left-footed, so I feel like it would have been left-footed. And that last goal was right-footed, right? I think there's a good chance it was a perfect hat-trick, yeah. How do you lose 2 games in a row and then beat the team that's top 6-0? Maybe even 7. Lordolino's in here. Keeper's nowhere. It's Florian Muller. Good save. I guess that's why they've got Florian Muller. I don't think he's been terrible in this game, though. I haven't seen, like, many of the goals have been obviously his fault. You just answered your own question. Yeah, I did think that. He's actually on a 6.8 as well. Their defence was knackered. Did you see how tired their defence was? It doesn't show on here, but... They've got... That is a horror show from them. 6.1s and 6s everywhere. 5.8 from Jatta the Hutt. Terrible performance from them. Much better from us, though. 9.6 from Angelo. 8.7 from Leo. 8.4 from Gabriel. We've got a 4.96 XG as well. We were really, really good there. Considering we lost the last game, it makes no sense. Bayern have not yet played, but they could go top, which is a scary proposition, isn't it? You never want Bayern to be going top at any point if you're going to beat them to the title. Scary. Because they just sometimes decide they're not going to lose ever. Right, Champions League game against Lask and then Dusseldorf away. We can do all right in those. We're back, I think. I hope, anyway. I hope we're back. Okie dokie. Martinelli is injured. And 1 to 3 days. That's okay because we can rest him in that 1 to 3 days. That's fine. Pereira's going to go to 10k a week, which is also fine, I think. No worries there. And we'll praise you. Do we need to play him? He's kind of reached his potential, though, is the issue. Could still improve, apparently. But he's quite good. Does score goals when we do play him. Klug pleased to go top. I don't know who Bayern are playing. We'll keep an eye on that, I suppose. Oh, dear. Cesar and Kostin are both banned for the next game. They will miss Dusseldorf. Which is a they can both play in this game then, can't they? Cesar and Kostin. Let's play them against Lask. It's weird that Brizo's Angelo's better than yours attribute-wise, but yours performs way better. I've not seen it, Rai. But that's interesting. It's just... That's FM, isn't it? Can happen. But yeah, ours does just score goals. Seems really good. And I think that's the thing as well. Just in some saves, some players are just really effective and then in others they're not. For some people, I always think of like, Dan can never get Victor Osimhen to score goals whenever we do anything for the showdown, but does all right for us, doesn't he? How much was Vinicius originally on? 230? It's gone up 40k a week, which is a bit of a yikes, but we knew that that was going to happen when we signed him. Well, actually, we didn't think he'd even accept it. Oh, Bayern drew. We are now top. Bayern have drawn away at Bochum, who are third Bochum. Mainz lost to us. Dortmund already 5 points behind. Okay. But yeah, not great news that we've just given Vinicius a big old wage boost. We weren't expecting him to... that was funny, thank you. We weren't actually expecting Vinicius to accept us. Same for Alisson as well. And then we just had to sign them for silly money. Which would be a shame if we then don't win the league because we spent a lot of money. Chat, what did you think of the... Is that quite a useful thing to do for a save? I'm always thinking about what's like the useful thing to tweet when you do like a go live tweet. Because I understand that you people miss things, etc., etc. Is this a useful way of tweeting the update? Because it's quite easy to do if I just use that as a bit of a template to put everything into one image. I'm still new to FM22, so not had any long-term saves. Currently got Fabio Silva demolishing La Liga. Nearly 40 goals and it's in Feb. Is he a known star that deep in? Yeah, he's pretty good. I actually did a video with Wolves this year. Jayhawk. I don't know if to call you Jayhawk or Golf Kicker now. Where we got him to win the Ballon d'Or. He is really good. Like on old FMs, he was always amazing. He's not quite as good on this one, but obviously still can get really good. That grid user thing was thoroughly confusing, Emu, when Ben was ringing me and I was in Italy. And I didn't even use that tactic. It's not even the same. And this isn't it either. But I do wonder if I think I've seen people using... So the difference between like the overload is the 3 strikers. The overload's got a shadow striker and it's 2 centre mids, whereas the grid's got a DM in there as well. Jack's also fine instead of either name my friend. Jack, got you. Probably easier. Let's do that. We'll go with Jack. But I feel like I have seen people using that in little tournaments over and around the place as well. So interesting. How many goals did your top goal scorer score in one season, like your record? The most? I think we got Fabio Silva to score a ridiculous amount in that video. I think that's probably the most. Or it was when we did the 4-1, when we did the overload video and we got Salah to score a silly amount, or with the meta video, or it was whoever scored loads for the United save. One of the two. I definitely say so. It gives a snapshot of where you're at the the tactics, so you don't have to keep explaining it. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. That could probably be, you know how we do like our start screen, like this one? We should probably put that as the background here. Like maybe doing like this here. I know that you can't see me now, but maybe you do like this. Would this be a good way to start the stream? And have that not so it's over the top, but like... Because you could do it like this. And then whilst we're getting the stream started, you get a little catch up on where the save is. That's maybe an idea. I could move the little animation as well, but... Anyway. Thoughts, thinking. Where's my right thing? Yeah, that would make... I think that would make a bit of sense. Because you know when you come in and you're like... You don't really... Like, I know you miss a stream and you get all, like... You have no idea what's going on. You can do that whilst you wait for the stream to start then. Right, let's do a change team for Lask, I think. How changed, I'm not quite sure. But let's maybe do... Let's try very changed. Actually, that's not even that changed. Bye! Love you! I don't know, did you hear Kat then? She shouted she's going to work. Chat, say bye! She said bye. She didn't say bye chat though, which is what I was hoping she'd say. Bye, Catty. Bye, Cat. Let's do a team. Emerson, right back. Who plays right back? Junior? Centre backs. Cesar's banned anyway, right? So he can play. Then we'll do Marcelo. Then we'll do Pereira. Adriel can start. Right wing needs somebody. Lazaro. We can't do Santos because he doesn't exist. Well, he's on loan is what I mean by that. He does exist. That would be unfair. Neymar balls out in the Champions League. Tellez as a left winger was really good that one time, wasn't he? But probably Savio to give him a game. Angelo, and then Bocal's injured, so we'll do Lordolino. No, Lordolino's knackered. When are you back? 4 days. Probably no then. Who goes striker here? Oh, hang on a minute. Wasn't Welton Costin... Welton Costin was available, right? We could do that. Neymar just showing up in the Champions League. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got loads of people who are on the bench here that don't exist. I should have done next match only there, shouldn't I? Would have been a very good... Pavio made the bench, but he's on loan. Why are you so tired? It's quite annoying. Bruno can go on the bench. Tellez can go on the bench. Right, is that the team? Neymar as a striker? I quite like the idea of Neymar as a striker. Costin is banned, right? Then Emerson. Let's do that. It's Lask at home. We should be fine. We should score a shed load here, really. You'd hope. Fingers crossed. What's everyone having for lunch? Anybody got anything nice for lunch? There's a pizza in the fridge, just like an Asda one, that I might have for lunch because we've got, what's it called? Those boxes? Hello Fresh coming today, so I could have one of those for dinner. Chicken bagel, that's a nice lunch. That is a good lunch. Asda pizzas are elite. They are nice, aren't they? They are really good. So that's what's calling me. Yeah, Lask's form is terrible. I don't know how it's that bad. Is that just Champions League form because the league's not loaded? Or is that their league form? Because that is shocking. And I'm not sure how they qualify for the Champions League if that's how good they are domestically. That is not an ad, but if Asda do want to sponsor the stream, then crack on, Asda. Must be Champions League, surely, right? You got a whole watermelon. Other than that, not sure. Nice. Nice. You got a Subway for lunch. Get in. Yeah, I don't know. I might just have my pizza then. We'll sort out what HelloFresh is later on. Costin's in. Should have scored. It's a save. You've had some pasta with some sweet corn and cucumber with it. Lovely. Can't go wrong. I had pasta the previous 2 evenings and have just been to Italy. So I had a lot of pasta there. I need to stop. Friends and family fear he's on the pasta again will be the headline. It's so nice though, isn't it? Pasta. So good. And I had pizza a lot as well, and I'm going to have pizza, so that's kind of good. Great work. Neymar! Told you he's good in the Champions League. What was the best pasta dish you had in Italy? Kat actually had, which is probably I had lots, but Kat had a really nice like prawn pasta, like a tagliatelle, seafood tagliatelle thing with prawns that was really, really nice. Like the pasta, even just like the pasta noodles themselves were so nice. But I had like a really good ravioli that had like a tomatoey sauce. What else did I have? I had some really good seafood actually. That was just like all of this. It was like a mixed grill, but just seafood actually. No, I didn't have a lasagna, and I love a lasagna. Lazaro got what block? Thought Kat was vegan. No, she's veggie, but not vegan. I was across the water from you in Spain. It was 35 degrees, wasn't it? It was very warm. It was very warm. It was 35-ish basically the whole week in Italy, yeah. But the humidity was like 80-90%. We went to Pompeii one of the days, and honestly, it was the hottest I've ever been. In fact, way hotter than that 39 in the UK. And I think it was like 35. But basically, if you've ever been to Pompeii, it's on the top of a hill, and it's just like sunlight on you. It was scorching. Yeah, lasagna is quite heavy for the summer. That's true. The thing with lasagna is I never order it when I'm out and about because of the portion sizes. Neymar's... Is that a hat trick? The portion sizes are never big enough for me. Thank you, Ian. Spaghetti bolognese. Can't go wrong. Delicious. A hill. It is on a hill. Hot in Pompeii. There's a joke in there somewhere. There definitely is, yeah. It's not on Vesuvius, by the way, if that's the joke there. Got to get garlic bread. You have, I think. You need to get a side with it just to accommodate.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, orange train car.
X11, closing in on a year now.
Time does fly.
Flies.
Thank you very much for the 11 months, buddy. I appreciate you. Homemade lasagna also. Yeah. Homemade lasagna, you have loads of it, and then you eat it cold. Delicious. Great place for the floor as lava. Good stuff. No, it's rather famously below Vesuvius. Exactly. Still on a hill, though. It is rather famously. It is mad. Like, the plaster casts of the bodies at Pompeii are a bit scary. Ice cream or gelato? Gelato was very nice. I had some... this is another thing that I could... I'd like to just bring into my regular diet, please. After every meal, I'd like a tiramisu gelato, please. Because, good God, they were nice. We went to Positano for one of the days and literally got off the boat. And it was about, I don't know, 10:30 a.m. And I was like, I'm going to have a tiramisu gelato. And it was so nice. So good. Reheat chili, better than fresh cooked chili. I mean, I'm on board with that. I love a reheated food. You had a tour guide around Pompeii. Couldn't stop pointing out the penis images to us on the buildings. Yeah, that is mad, isn't it? Cat was going, where's the willy? Where's the willy? I was like, they're everywhere. Right, Clark Kent. When I went to Pompeii, I told I thought I was gate crashing our group because I put glasses on halfway through. Yeah, very much. All right, Clark Kent. That's hilarious. You've just missed the tiramisu McFlurry and McDonald's. Same thing, right? Has it actually got... Have they stopped it? I didn't know it was a thing until now, and now I'm gutted that I've missed it. Tell me it's not gone forever. Bring back the tiramisu McFlurry. I made a tiramisu once. It was delightful. For New Year's, actually. Did I tell you that, chat? We went round our friends for New Year's, and I made a McFlurry. No, I didn't make a McFlurry. That'd be good. I made a tiramisu. I don't think anyone enjoyed it as much as I did. It was really nice. Never believed that people didn't recognise Clark Kent or Superman before that day. Yeah, you proved that it is accurate then. What is this schedule? I know, Dirty Dog, it's mad, isn't it? We're going to do... I did post the schedule in the Discord, by the way, chat. If you'd like to go and... if you're wondering why we're live right now, the plan is basically to be live during the day on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Friday. And then the normal Sunday stream will still exist. It's Galaxy Cookie Crumble. Not as good. I like Galaxies, though. If it's not in Dirk's Diner, it didn't happen. Yeah, I don't think I did take a photo, did I? Just ate it. It's 4-0, by the way. Has... I think that's now a hat-trick for Neymar, isn't it? That's now a hat-trick. It's a welcome stream, though. I'm not mad. Yeah. Good. Well, that's good. But yeah, we're going to stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, I think, during the week, and then some videos around that. Oh, look. Leonie's done it already. Although she's changing it now. Ah. Mondays. Oh, yeah, that was the old one. Good. Leonie's done a summer schedule update. There you go. So if you are wondering why we're live now, ! schedule will tell you. The times will be subject to change, though, based on what else is going on. I want to just fit in streams around things and make sure we do videos and things, really. Good days to stream. Thank you. Did you have any Mai Tais on holiday? No. I'll tell you what I did have, though. I am not a drinker, as I'm sure you are aware. I've told you many times. I don't really drink at all. But I had, what's it called? A Negroni. A Sorrentino Negroni. God, they're nice. They're nice, aren't they? Negronis. That was about it, though, really. I didn't have anything else. No Mai Tais. Although they do what else did I have? I had something else. A limoncello spritz. They're rocket fuel as well. Yeah, they are a bit. A limoncello spritz, because it's very limoncello around Positano, isn't it? Not a drinker. You sure you're British? I mean, I've done my fair share uni times and etc. But as I've got older, it doesn't really interest me anymore. Don't like it anymore. Really, just don't really drink anymore. I find that I don't know if it's because of being a teacher, but if I drink now, I find that I get sick very quickly, ill very quickly. I'm sure I had a Fiorentino Negroni at CB once. There you go. Nice. It's an expensive hobby. It is. Drinking at uni in Plymouth. You're kidding. Yeah, exactly. Gas head knows. It's not worth it. You've had 3 beers now and you feel like... Exactly. You have 1 beer. I have 1 beer and I'm like, right, I've got a cold now. It's not even like the hangover. It's that I get ill. So yeah, it's just not. It's not worth it. Every now and then, like special occasions or like holidays, maybe. But I wouldn't. Yeah, it's not for me else. £6 for a pint is the norm around here as well. Yeah, it is grim, isn't it? Drink with the footy is a must, in my opinion. Yeah, nah, not for me. Not for me. But each their own on that. This is not me. If I will not think less of people who like to have a drink with things. More power to them, within reason, within societal norms, etc. etc. But yeah, not for me anymore. Sound very old when I say that, don't I? Those days are gone. Costin's in for 5. Good dink, good goal. We're 5-0 up. Nice. I liked it, but don't have to. That's good. That sentence was a struggle. It was, wasn't it? Hard work. Each word had about 5 seconds in between it. You went out on Saturday. Oh my god, there's a wasp on me. There's a wasp. Get out. Get out. Why is there a wasp in here? Dancing. It's on my phone. Go. Ah! I'm not scared of wasps. Oh god, it went down the hatch. It's now... Oh well, not my problem anymore. Till I get downstairs. Get the wasp spray. Yeah, I haven't got any. What's going on in the game then? It went down the hatch. It went downstairs. Don't move, they attack movement. I hate that. I haven't got the bottle for it. You know when like people are like, don't move. Some like there's the I remember so vividly. I can't remember where we were, but it was like a middle-aged woman, and I think we were like at like a country show or something ridiculous like that. And we were sat at this table, and there was this woman, quite a plump woman, and she was very adamant on the don't move, they attack movement thing. You know, there's always one person that says that, isn't there? Always. And we were sat at this table, and I think there was like food and stuff, so the wasp wasn't going anywhere. She was like, don't move. And she was like, don't move, telling everybody not to move. And the wasp was like landing on her face. And I was like, you're going to get stung on the face. And it was just like swarming about in her hair, landing on her. And she was like, just don't move. Just don't move. Quite smug in how brave she was. Just don't move. Just don't move, everyone. Just don't move. And I'm like, it's in your mouth. It's on your face. It's stinging your eyes. Move, woman. But no, she was honestly like the bottle on her. Nerves of steel, that woman. Why is that so blurry? There we go. Junior's picked up an injury, which is sad. Sad. Let's do Tellers on the wrong side. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ice in the veins. Absolutely. Pressure 20. Yeah, she died. She died. She was allergic to them as well. No, that didn't happen. It's a wasp, not a T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Yeah, but I don't want to get stung by a wasp. They are nasty. Horrible things. You squished one on the back of my neck once thinking it was a fly. Don't advise that. Yeah, don't do that. I once was playing in goal between 2 trees, and I dived. And as I went to get back up after a brilliant save, it must have been, I got stung through goalie gloves. How long must have that stinger been? I got stung on my hand through some goalie gloves. Right in the middle. This game's been going on forever. It has. And no one was watching it. Not even me. We won 5-0. Impossible. No, it happened. Maybe it was a bee. Maybe it was a scorpion. They were probably really bad goalie gloves because I was, you know, about 8. I'm questioning your goalie gloves. They definitely were. You know the really cheap ones that were yellow and they had the black bits on? It was probably those. Everyone had those goalie gloves growing up. They're about 50p. Yellow goalie gloves with black grip.
Oh, thank you.
Tobes Laroni resubscribed X24. Oh, what's this?
Oh, what's this indeed? Tobes is back for 2 years. Chat. Show some love, some appreciation. Sondico, I don't even think they were that expensive. Let me find them. Cheap one. They were really cheap. These. They look like gardening gloves. These are the ones I mean. Everyone had a pair of these at some point in their lives. Just like everyone had that football that was just had panels like. Should have used duct tape. Everyone had those. You know the football that had the panels that just peeled off. Everyone had that. Just a vague brown ball that was sodden wet. That absolutely killed if it got you in the face. Everyone had one of those. Everyone had these gloves. I can see how you got stung now. Exactly. It was probably with those. Aren't those the Velcro gloves when you catch the tennis ball with? I don't. No, not those. Not those ones. You could probably catch a wasp like that though, couldn't you? That'd be quite good. That'd be useful. Face breakers, yeah. Everyone had the same football on the playground, and everyone also had these goalie. Look at the detail you can go in here. I might buy some. Hang on, what? Indoor outdoors for home garden and beyond. Football goalkeeper gloves. Why do they sell these? They are gardening gloves. What? Why are they selling goalie gloves at indoor outdoors for home garden? Well, I suppose it does say and beyond. You know, can't question them. There's yellow and... Oh, hang on. They look a bit better. They look a bit more... Oh, they're $6.95. No wonder. No wonder. They do look a bit better. I only knew them in yellow. Yeah, well, apparently there's green. They look a bit too snazzy for me. That's almost like where you'd have a brand or a logo. No. Back to this. This is it. Now that's stylish. Right. Those are bought. Coming tomorrow. All right, we're going to get 2 million for Neymar. No, we're not. That's not true. We're going to get 2 million for winning that game. Neymar scored 3 and got an assist. Neymar's goal record, by the way, outrageous. This year, he's got none in the league. He's got 8 goals in 3 European games. He's surely the Champions League top goal scorer. Surely. Yes, he is. Above Kelvin Yeboah and Victor Osimhen. Whether for the whole of next stream, I vote. No. No thanks. Did you see Ajax have banned signs asking players for shirts? Good. I haven't seen that, but good. 6 million. What a bargain. What a bargain. Honestly. Picking up bargains. Did you actually just buy those? No, I didn't. That would have been ridiculous. For what reason? But no, I didn't. Even the wasp was annoyed with the cheap gloves. Definitely. Polished leather, just what you want on a goalkeeper glove for extra grip. Yes, exactly. Vibes. Wear them for the network game. I mean, I do need some kind of a handicap because, you know, just easy, isn't it really? The network game, just easy. Man City winning the league? No. Liverpool winning the league? No. Man United. Didn't even spend that much money, really. Business expense. If I wear them once on stream, then technically it is a business expense, so... I take them into schools. Children need to know the struggles of keepers in years gone by. Do you know what they'd actually be useful for? Like 6 aside or 5 aside, because someone always forgets the gloves, don't they? Speaking of the network game, big up Mike Phelan for bottling against me final day so I could get Europe instead of Pav. Yeah, great work. Did he actually lose the last game? I didn't even look. Didn't know. Already won the league, didn't we? You see. Summertime is now. That's not true. Supper time is now. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Do it for a YouTube thumbnail. What, wear the gloves? Yeah, Old Trafford to Forest. He was on the bench. Forest got... You got Europe, right? Where did you... You finished like 6th or 7th. That was really impressive. I saw that. 300 games. Nice. And we're playing Dusseldorf away tomorrow. I didn't rest the team, but I don't think we need to because we rested everyone anyway, didn't we? What did you call the 2 kinds of football in school? For me, it was Casey and Flyaway. Not those. Rush goalie. I suppose we had Spider goalie as one of the names as well. 2 kinds of football. We played Wembley, like Wembley doubles, Wembley singles a lot, and we played like rush goalie. I swear there was one called Spider goalie or something there, but I don't know what that means. Spider goalie was one for you, yeah. That rings a bell. Gil has shown remarkable improvements as well. Well done, Gil. Cuppy was the best. I don't think we called one Cuppy. I miss all those games, though. Lenny's left the club. Goodbye, Lenny. You were terrible at football, my friend. Did he play a game? I feel like we did play him in one game, didn't we? Nope. 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 He made the bench once, I think. I mean, the actual football, like the normal football that you rip the panels off. Oh! Oh, no. Oh. Fly away. We had a air floater. Everyone had air floaters, didn't they? I swear we just called them air floaters or floaters. You know, like literally just like the plastic bag of air. Those are floaters, I think. And then the other footballs were just footballs, I think. Headers and volleys, loved headers and volleys. When you're like down on your knees heading it in, ridiculous. Yeah, floaters. Hitting a screen with those floaters. When it did that for about 10 minutes, and then it was like, you still don't know which way it's going to go, and then it'd go like that. That is a really good impression of an air floater, by the way. Oh, God, I don't know what... He didn't like that, apparently. Maybe I didn't do the right thing. I hope you appreciate that impression of an air floater I've just done there. Very accurate. Hitting a screamer, yeah. Right, Chattigan. Chatties. Chattles. I think we might leave it there for today. I know it's not been a particularly long stream, but we're not that far off. And first one back and all that. Should we play one more game? We could play one more game, I suppose. Or I think I'm hungry is what I'm saying right now. And I need to take Lenny for a walk, etc., etc., before Jays get here. So we might call it there, I think. And we'll be back on Thursday, where we're going to do a whole load. We might do a slightly longer one on Thursday, and then we're going to do Friday as well. So there's plenty of streams coming up. So we'll do a slightly shorter one today, but we're still going to do a whole load of streaming. We've got some big games coming up, actually. Bayern will play tomorrow, or on Thursday. Champions League game there. We play Real Madrid in the Champions League soon as well. We can raid over, shall we? We've got choices, really. Basically, everyone's live. Ben's live, Matt's live, and Kev's live. I don't think we've ever raided Lelujo. I think we're going to raid Lelujo today. I think we've raided Ben a few times. Let's raid Lelujo. But, of course, if you would like to go and choose any of those lovely people, feel free to go do so. I'm going to go and watch the Running Mans play some DayZ maybe at some point. But I could probably watch any of those too. But yeah, we're going to raid Lelujo, I think. Thank you very much for hanging out today. It's been a pleasure. I know FM, we didn't play a lot of games there, but we won the last two 6-0 and 5-0. So we recovered slightly, didn't we? But yeah, thank you very much. Get your raid emotes ready. Go and raid Kev with some lovely crabs and the crab raids. And I will see you on Thursday. Thank you for hanging out. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye. Oh, YouTube video later. YouTube video coming out later. If you've not subscribed already, go and subscribe. I think it's a good one. I think you'll enjoy it. Bye.